Hello friends, it's Idaho Garden Girl. It's the 6th of September, about 6:30 in the evening, and it's 90 degrees. We've had kind of a warm few days, and I know I've been kind of absent. I've had some problems with my hip. Apparently I have arthritis in my hip, and it really hurts a lot. So been trying to work my way through that this summer, and I haven't been able to do as much gardening as I would have liked, but I have gotten actually quite a bit done, and I will show you what I've done. So here's the garden from this side, and I have strawberries all along in here. There's some weeds in there too, but they did very well. Right in back of them is all kinds of cucumbers on that frame, A-frame trellis. All kinds of cucumbers. And right over here, this is my winter squash bed. It's of course overflowing and growing out into the aisles. And over here I have, there's a tomatillo right there that's like 5 feet tall, and next to it is more tomatillo. Now, I know a lot of people don't put a cage around their tomatillo, and I've done that. I actually didn't get a cage on this one very early. I did get a cage on that one, and you can see that it has really helped to contain it, and so that's why I put the cage around it. The bees are really working the flowers, and you can see there's quite a bit of fruits hanging on them, so I'm going to get a good crop. There's my comfrey. Now back here, right here, the next row, this entire row, so it's about 36 feet of tomatoes. So there's 15 tomatoes, different kinds, and I'll have to do a separate video about all the different kinds, but you can see some of them are coming on here. I think that's stupichka or stupich. And anyway, you can see I've got fruit coming on, almost all of them. Now, because of my hip, I didn't get these planted when I should have. I think I didn't even get them planted until the 1st of July, so I'm going to be thankful to get anything at all. Look at these right here. Oh my goodness, those are enormous. These are called ananas noir. They're big and they're juicy and delicious when they're ripe. Those aren't ripe yet. And just thought I'd mention these cages. These are 6-inch squares, so there's a foot, there's a foot, there's a foot, there's a foot, and there's a half a foot. So anything that is above that top wire is over 5.5 feet tall. And so take a look at this one here. I would estimate that it is, I don't know, maybe 7 feet tall and still going. And some of these others are pretty tall as well. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I planted onions down the row here. And on this side I planted some filet green beans, and they're doing pretty well. I have to get through these squash. And then this is the last set of these particular this row of tomatoes, and mostly cherries, and some of them are finally getting ripe, but you can see that they are, where's the top? Here's the top, right here. Here's the top. So they're easily 6.5 feet tall, and they're just so when it says it's an indeterminate tomato, you can see that the indeterminate height means it just keeps on going. Here I have some more onions here next to the tomatoes, and down here, these I think are called rose quartz. Rose quartz, and they're a cherry tomato. Actually, that's a new variety for me. I've never grown them before, so I'm probably gonna pick those, and I'll be interested to see how they taste. These right here are sun gold. You can see them peeking through. Sun gold is always a popular variety, and I've already picked a couple of crops of those. And then down here on the end is Sweet Million. And Sweet Million doesn't get as big as the others, as tall as the others, but they're a very sweet tomato. And I have loads of flowers, not as many fruit. Once again, it probably has a lot to do with the fact that I didn't get them planted until about the 1st of July. So here's one of my rhubarb plants. It's probably 4 feet tall now. And here's the start of my brassicas. These are for fall. I just got these planted a couple of weeks ago, and so as you can see, I'm having a little trouble with caterpillars. Cabbage loopers or cabbage butterflies are in here. There's one right there. You see it? Right there? Yeah. Let's see if I can get it. Right there. And they just munch away and decimate the crop. So I try to go through here at least once a day and see if I can find any caterpillars, and then I either squash them, or if they're big enough, like this one, I probably take it over to the chickens. But here you can see I've got several different kinds of cabbages growing in here. Red Express is those red ones, and Greyhound. And then down here I have, this is broccoli. And then I've got kohlrabi. And needs to be weeded. And there's some mullein that came up, volunteer. And then I've got more kohlrabi. Look, there's one developing right down there. Nice. One right there. It's kind of small, but nice. Here's another tomatillo that came up all by itself, and it's doing very well. Here's some more. I believe this is kohlrabi. Let me just take a look real quick. No, this is kale. This is a new variety of kale. Willem Blau. I don't know. Anyway, it was supposed to be a real hardy kale, so I decided to give it a try. That's right, I did. I put all kale in this bed. More kale. I think this is kale. 1,000 head kale. Here's another tomatillo that came up. And Sutherland kale. It's an heirloom from the United Kingdom. Got weeds to pull, of course. Here's some more tomatillos. Haven't had a chance to really get in there. They all came back, volunteer, and I just haven't had a chance to get all the weeds out of there. And Here I have a few more tomatoes. These are actually paste tomatoes, and I don't know if I'm going to get very many of them. You can see there's some hiding back in there. So I mean, there'll be a few, but like I said, I didn't, and this particular row, I didn't get planted until, I don't know, probably last part of July. My parsnips are doing really well, and I'm excited about that because I've never grown parsnips before. And then I have a row of carrots right here. Over here, this is my snap peas, and as you can see, they've all gone by, and I'm going to tear them out and probably put a second crop in right there. Over here, these are called the oh gosh, I can't remember, like garden huckleberry, and you can see the green little berries there, and the birds like them, so I kind of have to fight the birds for them, but they do turn black, and they do get sweet. Not super sweet, but they are sweet, and I mean, they're not my favorite thing, but I enjoy growing them. They come up all by themselves now. I never have to replant. And here we have some ground cherries down here. And they're coming along. They're not doing as well as they did last year, but I didn't get them. It was all filled with weeds. See, look at all these weeds. It was all filled with weeds, and so I didn't get to those weeds right away. And so by the time I got out here, most of the ground cherries were just like smothered in weeds, and so they're, you know, they got set back because of that. I've got over here, this bed needs to be cleaned out yet. This is actually onions, last year's onions, and so I need to clean that out. Here's last year's celery, and oh, see, there's some onions down there I can actually probably use. But, and the celery, it smells good. It smells like celery, but you know, I can't really eat the celery, so I need to take that out. I just worked over here on this bed a couple of days ago. It was completely filled with weeds, and so I've been working at trying to get all that out. The grass is terrible. It's just so much grass. You just about have to go every shovelful and pull all of the little pieces of grass and grass roots out. So I need to get finished with that. Here's my spring bed. The onions are doing well. These are actually bunching onions, and I've been eating them. And then there's the chard, and the chard, I mean, so far I've never had a failure with chard, let me tell you. Chard is amazing. It's gorgeous. The colors are beautiful. It grows like crazy, and it's, you know, it's a staple like spinach. I've got some down here coming up. Now I don't know honestly, because right here in this spot, this is where the spinach was, and the spinach went to seed, and so of course I had to pull that out eventually. But I don't know but what possibly that spinach seedlings coming up there. I'm gonna have to wait and see, because of course it could be chard, and there could even be some of those little tiny things in there. Could be lettuce, because there was lettuce in here as well. Here's some more of those kind of seedlings, and this is where I had the alderman peas, and some of them dropped seeds and they are coming up, so I'm gonna have peas for the fall. And here are the chickens out here among the trees. That rooster is coming from next door. That rooster crowing is coming from next door. So I'm just going to walk out here into the pasture and get a view looking back towards the trees. I planted a row of pine trees all along this fence. The farmer, farms that ground over there. And this is my pasture, and I'm trying to block some of the wind because right now there's absolutely no wind, but it gets very, very windy here it starts in the fall and then in the winter, of course in the spring. And I know it's a long way from over there, which is where the house is and everything, but it'll make a windbreak. You can see I planted these, gosh, maybe 3 years ago, and I think this is the growth from here all the way down to here that just happened this year, and that's more than a foot. So, just give it a little water and it'll grow. This is one that is not doing well. As a matter of fact, I think it might be close to dead. This is the second one I've tried to put here, and this is the size that they are when I get them. They're about a foot tall, and so I'm not real sure what it is about this ground that's right here, but for some reason, that one's doing fine. All the rest of them down there, these are doing fine. I don't know what it is about that particular spot, but it's just apparently not a really good spot for a pine tree. Those other pine trees, I have more pine trees going all the way down that fence line, and they were all planted at the same time, except, like I say, this one here, and then I think there's like 1 or 2 in that row that died, and I had to replace them. But for the most part, they're doing well. Looking back over there, you can see a couple chickens over here. These are decoys, Canada geese decoys, and it's really interesting because the Canada geese will fly over, and sometimes they will land and take a look at the decoys. Every so often I move them around, so they're in a different position. So that's about it. So I'm still getting eggs. I think there's 11 of them in there today. Earlier in the summer, I was getting like 30 eggs. So I'm kind of glad they're slowing down. They're having their evening meal, still grazing around, getting a drink of water over there. Oops. Uh-oh. One of the hens is broody, and I don't know why they pick on them when they get to be broody, but they do. You can tell she's broody. She's all fluffed up, and the way she acts, the way she clucks, everything. And then she just wants to sit on eggs all day. I have a fake egg, a ceramic egg in there, because I was trying to stop 2 of my hens from pecking. They were pecking and eating the eggs. So I put some ceramic eggs in there, and so I wasn't gathering the ceramic eggs, and a few hens have gotten in there and decided that they want to try to set on eggs and hatch them. So anyway, that'll pass soon enough. Here's another one that's broody right here. Spangled English spangled, or speckled Sussex. That's right, speckled Sussex. And they pick on her too. So Anyway. Here's one of the kitties. That's the fat cat, Clementine. Just a big stretch, huh? Don't know where Colette is right now, but she's near. Yeah. Nice kitty. Nice kitty. Yeah, let me put the eggs down. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Good kitty kitty. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where Colette is. Kitty, kitty, kitty. I usually see her about this time in the evening, but she must be busy. Here's the garden from this angle. So thank you for watching. I thought I would end it with right here with a little view of the cherry tomatoes in the background there. And of course I got Clementine. She wants to be on my lap all the time. She's always wants to be petted. And so she's a good companion in the garden. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more, click on the subscribe button. I think it might be down here or over here, I'm not sure. And click on the subscribe button. You can hit the bell, click on the bell, and the bell will notify you when I put up a new video. And if you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope I get another video out soon. I'll try to get another one out this week that goes into a little more in depth about what I'm doing and what I've done. Thanks again. Bye now. Watch out. Watch out, kitty. Watch out. I just have to show you this beautiful hibiscus. I have two different ones. This one, many of them have already bloomed and have wilted. But as you can see, I've got lots more coming. Look at that. Isn't that something? That is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then there's this one over here. Oh my goodness. Whoa. I think this one's even bigger. So beautiful. It's got some dead flowers, but lots more buds. Oh, there's the other kitty. Hi, Colette. Hi. Hi. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Hi. Hi. Such a sweet kitty. Okay, I really am signing off for now. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified whenever I do a new video, hit the bell. Thanks again. Bye for now.